Is there anybody in my classroom who is free from defects? What is a defect? Deviation from orderly arrangement. The defect can be there in one particular position, that it's called point defect. Suppose in a cube, we are expecting particles to be there in corners. But unfortunately, in one corner, this particle is missing. Then this is called as point defect. It looks like this. All this awkwardness has come because a particle which is supposed to be here is missing. If it is there, it is a beautiful crystal. But if this particle is missing, I would say it is a point defect. The defects which are confined to a specific point in crystal lattice are point defects. You see, human beings are containing 23 pairs of chromosomes. And sometimes, they have a certain genetic sequence. Sometimes, some genes will be missing, because of which the fellow is not able to see, or because of which he got only 4 fingers, or because of which he has a defective mouth or absence of ears. All these genetic defects are appearing due to defective DNA. In nature, there will be some defects, sometimes they happen. So also when a crystal is formed, certain defects can happen. The defects may be confined to one point, or they may extend over some line. If they are extending over a line, they are called line defects. If they are extending on a plane, it is a plane defect. If it is confined to one position, it is called point defects. Are we very clear, sir? Whenever you are trying to solidify the melt quickly, the number of defects will increase. The slowly you solidify a liquid, the more orderly it will be. In nature, there are defects. If you take sodium chloride, 10 to the power 16 ion pairs can get one defect. Can you tell me, for 1 mole of NaCl, how many defects you can expect? See, 1 is there. For 10 to the power 16, there is 1 defect. For 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, that is 1 mole ion pairs. How many defects are possible? How many, sir? Six crores, 2 lakhs defects in 58.5 grams of salt. Oh my God. In fact, it appears that there are so many defects.
Hello.
Hello? Hello, sir. Any difficulty?
No, sir.
So we are looking at the defects in crystal systems. And the defects are many types. Point defects, line defects, plane defects, and also you can have what is called as the extrinsic defects, defect caused by addition of some foreign matter, which is an impurity. So far, the defects I talked are built in. Within the matter, some are missing. Now the defects can... Hello? Now the defects can also arise due to addition of impurities. Okay, sir. And also you see, a compound can have a different formula, like NaCl, it has a formula. Calcium chloride, CaCl2. All the compounds which have a definite formula are called stoichiometric compounds. Stoichiometry. Sometimes they don't have any particular formula. Such compounds which don't have a particular formula which changes, they are called as non-stoichiometric compounds. Many times you see defects in non-stoichiometric compounds. Let us see some of the defects. Now, sir, if you have any difficulty, how to tell me, sir? Here we go. Semiconductors, we talk about them later on. Sir, before you do, are you familiar with formula density is equal to Z into M by A cube into N? Do you know this formula, sir? Hello? Do we know this formula which is useful to calculate D? If you know Z is equal to 1, that is a simple cube. Z is equal to 2, that is body centered cube. Z is equal to 4, that is called face centered cube. I think we have solved problems. Sir, these are defects are called imperfections. Imperfection is mainly due to packing defect or due to foreign matter. The packing defects are sometimes called point defects. They can be line defects. There can be plane defects, so on. But in our syllabus, we have only point defects. In point defects, you will be looking at stoichiometric defects. For example, you have 100 Na plus, 100 Cl minus. In NaCl, half a dozen Na plus, half a dozen Cl minus are missing. No problem. Equal number of positive charges, equal number of negative charges, ions are missing. So overall compound continue to be neutral and it has holes in the places where you are supposed to have those ions. These are called stoichiometric defects which are observed in compounds which have a definite formula. Sometimes, you have iron. In iron metal, there are a billion iron atoms. By mistake, 2 carbon atoms have trapped it. Whether there are 2 carbon atoms or 10 carbon atoms or 50 carbon atoms or 1000 carbon atoms depends on how much carbon is there as an impurity. This impurity is causing a defect. That is called impurity defect. Originally, some compounds like iron oxide do not have a definite formula. In that case, original compound is not having a different formula, hence it's called non-stoichiometric compound. And there will be defects in this non-stoichiometric compounds. So these are the 3 types of defects, point defects. I just want to start with the non-stoichiometric defect for a change. Ladies and gentlemen, look here, sir. It is iron oxide, Fe plus 2. Fe plus 2. Fe plus 2. Fe plus 2. These are all cations, small in size, oxide ion, oxide ion, oxide ion, oxide ion. There is no issue. 4 into 2 minus 8 negative charges plus 8 positive. Happy. But unfortunately, also you can think that oxide ions are making the lattice. All Fe plus 2 are there in octahedral voids. The number of particles making lattice is equal to number of octahedral voids. So all octahedral voids are filled with ferrous ions. But the nature is not always like this. Some iron is missing. One iron is missing. When one iron is missing, what happens, sir? Hello. What happens, sir? Hello. You can imagine a situation that there are 4 gents. They married to 4 ladies. No lady or no gent can live without a marital relation. So they are happy. A is married to A dash, B is married to B dash, C is married to C dash, D is married to D dash. Everybody is happy. Happy only, no? Now, because of Corona, A died. Now, what is the problem, sir? Hello? Hello? Now there is a big problem. In that society, nobody can live without a wife. Now A dash has no wife. What to do? I can say that A dash has no husband. Here you can't live without husband. Originally, A had A dash wife, B had B dash wife, C had C dash wife, D had D dash wife. Everybody was happy. Now A died because of Corona. Now what to do? Hello? Can anybody suggest a solution to this problem, sir? I repeat the problem. In a society, everybody can live only if they are married. A is married to A dash, B is married to B dash, C is married to C dash, and D to D dash. Because of Corona, A died. Now, what to do? In that society, if anybody is not having any wife or husband, they will be immediately killed. Now, A dash doesn't like to die. What to do?
Marry again, sir.
Okay, sir. Tell me, what should happen, sir? A dash doesn't like to die. What to do? Simple. A dash should marry. Oh, now A dash should marry this particular B additionally. So now B has how many wives, sir? B has how many wives?
2.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody is happy. Okay?
Sir.
The same logic I try to extend in wustite, which is known as iron oxide. Some irons are missing. It is supposed to have equal number of Fe plus 2 and O minus 2, but naturally it has a defect. Some iron is missing. If one iron is missing, to maintain electrical neutrality, what happens? Total number of negative charges are -8. Now total number of positive charges are only +6. How to maintain electrical neutrality means 2 irons will lose an additional electron to become iron +3. Now see what is the total positive charge? Hello. What is the total positive charge, sir? Whenever one fellow is missing, 2 iron should become +3. So the total positive charge remains same. So the formula of this compound became now Fe3O4. Can you see that really? Hello? Hello? Sir, I have Fe100O100, sir. In this, say, 3 irons are missing. Fe97O100. Now, how many irons are in Fe+3 state? Can you say?
6, sir.
Naturally, if X iron plus 2 are missing, 2X iron should become +3. So that overall positive charge remains same. Are we clear on this? Hello? Are we clear? Hello, sir. Let me take another situation. There is a metal which is usually +3. And there are minus ions. What is the total negative charge, sir? What is the total positive charge? Now, due to corona, one M+3 died. One M+3 is missing. Now, to maintain electrical neutrality, how many M should become +4? How many should become +4, sir? Now, total charge is +12. Yes or no? So, depending on the charge, as to how many are missing, we can decide looking at the charge. This is a standard IIT question they asked once. In a wustite of formula Fe.92O, how many irons are in +3 state? Once they asked, what is the percentage of Fe+2? Can you answer these two questions? Okay, sir. Sir, if you are writing Fe.92O multiply with 100 on both sides, it is Fe92O100. So out of 100 units, how many irons are missing? Normally iron is +2, oxygen is -2. But here there are 92 means 8 are missing. If 8 iron 2s are missing, how many iron should become +3, sir? Hello? 16 iron should become +3. Out of 92, 16 irons are +3. +72 irons are +2. Now the percentage of Fe+2 is 76 divided by 92. Can you work out what is the percentage, sir? Can you see that? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What is the name of compound which is not having a different formula, which is looking like Fe.92O, or it is looking like a different formula, not well defined? Non-stoichiometric compound. Non-stoichiometric compound. All these are defects. The defects cannot affect the electrical neutrality. If one particular ion is missing, the charge is somehow adjusted so that overall compound continues to be electrically neutral. That's called as non-stoichiometric defect, as seen in the case of wustite. Are we very clear about it?
Yes, sir.
Now, can you look at my book, sir? I got a temptation to talk about non-stoichiometric effect. First, I did.
Good morning,
I
sir.
talked about it. Now, let us look at stoichiometric defects. These stoichiometric defects, which are there in well-defined formulae, they are called as thermodynamic defects or intrinsic defects. They can be due to missing of one fellow. That is called vacancy defect. Or they can be trapping of one fellow in a different position than its original position. See, you are doing some mischief, your father has come. Urgently, you have crawled under the bed. You have crawled under the cot. You are supposed to sit on the cot. Now you have gone under the cot because you have done some mischief. This is called as the displacement or interstitial defect. Okay? In non-ionic solids, if some atom is missing, or if somebody is missing its original location and going to some tetrahedral void or some octahedral void or into a different place, all they are called the defects observed in non-ionic solids. Let us see some specific examples. They're very, very important. I want to tell you 6 points on this. Frenkel defect. What is that, sir? Frenkel defect. In ionic solids, suppose you are talking of lithium bromide. What happens is the lithium ion will jump from its original position and go into a gap between atoms or void. In Frenkel defect, what happens is a particle is dislodged from its original position and going into some vacancy, some void, some interstitial. For example, you are doing a mischief, your father has come, very quickly you jumped and crawled under the cot. Now, this type of maladjustment is called a Frenkel defect. Okay. Due to Frenkel defect, you are not there on the cot where you are supposed to be there on the cot. You misplaced yourself. It is seen only in ionic substances, especially you can do it. If you are very fatty and having 300 kg weight, can you go and crawl under the cot, sir? Hello. You can't venture to do that if you are very fatty. Only if your size is small, you can crawl under a cot. Are you understanding? Notice that the Frenkel defects are observed only when there is a large difference between the size of cation and anion. We can observe the Frenkel defects in zinc sulfide, where sulfide ion is very big, zinc ion is very small. Silver chloride, where chloride ion is big, Ag plus is small. Silver bromide, where bromide is very big and Ag is very small. Silver iodide, where I minus is very big, Ag plus is very small. Whenever there is a great difference in the size, the positive ion often slips from its position and goes into a void or a gap. The Frenkel defects cannot affect the mechanical strength of the crystal. Only its position is changing. Overall properties of the crystal do not change really. There are 2 points, sir. It is observed in ionic compounds where there is a large difference in the size of cations and anions. If there is no large size difference in the cation and anion, then you can observe Schottky defect. In a Schottky defect, say NaCl, half a dozen Na plus are missing from some location, half a dozen Cl minus are missing from another location. Overall number of cations missing is equal to overall number of anions missing. and electrically material continues to be neutral. And you can see in the Shortcut effect, can you see in first row, this block 1, 2, 3, fourth position is empty. In third row, fifth position is empty. Again, in the last but one row, third position is empty. In the last row, last but one position is empty. Notice, sir, in first row, the empty position is supposed to be due to a positive ion. In third row, the empty position is due to a missing anion. For every one cation missing, one anion is missing. Similarly, in the last two rows, third position is due to missing anion. And the last row, the missing position is due to cation. These type of defects where equal number of opposite ions are missing. If there are too many, there will be too many holes. If there are too many holes, the solid crystal may lose its mechanical strength. How many such defects are there? I already pointed out that in NaCl there are approximately 10 to the power 6 Schottky pairs per centimeter cube. For each centimeter cube, there are 10 to the power 6 Schottky pair defects. Notice that in 1 centimeter cube, there are as many as 10 to the power 22 ions. It means there is one Schottky defect for every 10 to the power 16 ions. The Schottky defect is seen in case of ions where the size of cation and anion is comparable, like NaCl, KCl, CsCl, AgBr. Very important to notice, AgBr can show both Frenkel and Schottky defects. Sir, I pointed out that in any crystal there is an orderly arrangement of particles. However, there will be some defects. The defects number will increase if you try to solidify very rapidly. The defects are classified into point defects, line defects, edge defects, plane defects, so on. In our syllabus, we have only point defects. Point defects may be due to vacancy defects, extrinsic defects, non-stoichiometric defects. First, I talked to you about non-stoichiometric defect. A non-stoichiometric compound is that which is not having a different formula, like wustite. In wustite, normally we expect iron to be +2, oxygen to be -2. However, some ions are missing. Here you notice as many Fe+2 are missing. Double the number of Fe's will become Fe+3. After leaving that idea of non-stoichiometric defects, we entered into stoichiometric defects. We said first one is the vacancy defect. Due to a vacancy created by somebody who is missing. The vacancy defect can be like Frenkel defect, or it can be Schottky defect. AgBr is having both Frenkel and Schottky defect. We notice that in table sort NaCl, for every 10 to the power 16 ions, there is one defect. For every centimeter cube, there are 10 to the power 6 ion pairs missing. When the size of cation and anion is comparable, you can have Schottky defect. When the size of cation is very small than the anion, then you can have Frenkel defect. Frenkel defects cannot affect the mechanical strength, whereas Schottky defects can. Now, this is IIT advanced question. Let us see that question. In sodium chloride, suppose there is a normally one Na plus, one Cl minus, two Na plus, two Cl minus, X Na plus, X Cl minus. Now, if you are adding one strontium plus to ion, what happens? when one strontium plus 2 ion comes into the crystal system, when somebody's wife is coming into this system, immediately what happens? Two existing fellows will be thrown out. Who are those, sir? In some houses, we can see that. When the boy gets married, a wife comes into their home, immediately two fellows will be thrown out of the home. Who are those two? Hello? Nobody is talking. Hello, who are thrown out of the home, sir? Who are the two poor fellows thrown out of the home when one's beautiful lady is coming as wife to somebody?
Na plus ion.
When wife is coming into the home, the boy will throw out his father and mother in many cases. At least you don't do like that. Okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, in NaCl, when one Sr plus ion is coming, it will immediately throw to Na plus out. Why it is throwing to Na plus out? Because this Sr has plus 2 charge. So it is taking the place of 2 Na, it is removing 2 Na plus, sitting in the place of 1 Na plus, and another Na plus position became vacant. Suppose instead of strontium plus 2, I put Al plus 3, then what happens, sir? Now, out of 3, it will be sitting in the position of 1 Na plus, and how many vacancies are created?
2.
Yes. Each Sr plus 2 in NaCl can cause 1 vacancy. Each Al plus 3 can create how many vacancies?
2.
Sir, if I put titanium plus 4, what happens?
3 vacancies.
You understand now? Now,
Yes,
this is the IIT question they asked in 2016. Let me take that question once. How many vacancies are created if we add 0.01 mole % of strontium ions to NaCl? How many are adding, sir? How many are adding?
0.01.
0.01 mole %. 0.01 mole means Avogadro number. Percent means 500. So how many are adding, sir? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So these many Sr plus 2 you are adding. Each Sr plus 2 will take the place of Na plus and generate another empty space. So how many vacancies are created? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If you have a doubt, you can see these are all Cl minus. For my convenience, I am drawing like this. These are all Na plus. Now, one Sr plus 2 has come. When one Sr plus 2 has come, because it has plus 2 charge, it will remove how many Na plus? 2. Out of 2, it is taking 1 position. So it will remove somebody else. Can you see that what happened? It has created 1 vacancy. Suppose if I have 2 Sr plus 2, This is also S. Now what happens? It is sitting in the position of 1 Na plus, but it generates another vacancy. Always the number of vacancies created is equal to number of SR plus 2 added. Can we see it, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
I will write down always number of cation vacancies created in A plus B minus crystal. On adding impurity is called doping. Doping. SR plus is equal to number of SR plus doping. Agreed or not, sir? If I am putting one SR plus 2, it is sitting in the place of one Na plus and trigger the gap of another Na plus. Suppose if I dope with X Ti plus 4 ions in NaCl dash cation vacancies are generated. How many, sir? How many, sir? Hello, sir. These are all Na plus.
3x.
These are all Na plus. And these are all Cl minus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. In this, how many Ti plus 4 I want to put? Suppose I want to put 1 Ti plus 4. Because it has plus 4 charge, it is equal to how many Na plus, sir? Hello.
4.
Out of 4, it is taking one position. So it can remove. So how many Na plus are removed, sir? Are you understanding this important idea?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
So this is what doping means. That is the IIT question as we have seen. So we understood the impurity effect of doping with SRCl. So you can also dope cadmium ions in AgCl. Whenever you are doping cadmium ion in NaCl, for every addition of Cd plus 2, you get a 1 Ag plus vacancy. Okay, sir? Now you are looking at non-stoichiometric defects. In non-stoichiometric defects, I talked to you about Wostite. Do you remember? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Wostite is Fe.929394 anything. Oh. Let me look at some other metal excess defect. You take table salt NaCl. What is the color of NaCl, sir? What is the color of table salt? Hello, sir. What is the color of NaCl? Why it has no color? Though it looks white, actually it is transparent. Okay. Originally it is white color, or you can say colorless. When you take NaCl, you notice for every 1 million Na plus, there are 1 million Cl minus. As many Na plus are there, as many Cl minus are there. To the salt now, you start adding a little bit of sodium metal and heating it. What you are doing, sir? Hello? The crystal of sodium chloride is heated in presence of sodium vapor. Always notice that in NaCl, Na is plus ion, it has 8 electrons in the valence shell, it is the happiest. Cl is also having 8 electrons in the valence shell as Cl minus. Even Cl minus is happy. In NaCl, Na plus is happy. Cl minus is happy. It is a happy crystal system. When you are heating with sodium vapor, sodium feels jealous. Oh, that sodium which is there in salt is happy like Na plus. I am not happy like Na plus because I have one extra electron. That lady is happy because she is living with her husband, and I am not happy because I don't have husband. Now what should I do? What should I do, sir? I can imitate my neighboring lady, and whenever I am adding sodium vapor, sodium atoms to sodium chloride, immediately the sodium atoms which you have added in the vapor, they also lose an electron and become Na plus and try to be stable. This lady also wants to behave like a lady who got married. Generally, married ladies, they keep some silver rings on their toe fingers. Have you observed? Hello? Have you observed? So this lady is behaving like that. So our Na also tries to behave as if Na is plus. Whenever I am adding sodium vapor to sodium chloride, immediately some sodium atoms try to lose electron and get stability in the form of Na plus. But there is no Cl minus to take the electrons. So the electron which is released now take the position of Cl minus. Let me draw this how it looks. I am drawing this picture, how it is looking like. Sir, this is Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, Cl minus, Na plus, Cl minus, Na plus. To this now you have added sodium. The sodium immediately lost the electron, become Na plus, and here you are supposed to have the Cl minus which is not there. Simply electron is sitting there. So whenever I am heating the sodium chloride with sodium vapor, the lattice is getting extended, but in the place where there are anions, there are no anions. It is called anion vacancy. In that vacancy, simply electron is there jumping here and there. So how many anion vacancies are generated if I am adding 6 Na atoms? How many, sir? If I am adding 6 Na atoms to NaCl, all the 6 Na will become 6 Na plus, and they generate 6 electrons which take up the positions of chloride ions. But there is no chlorine, hence there will be 6 anion vacancies. Are you clear about it, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
In the anion vacancy, single electron is jumping and falling back. The electron excitation and de-excitation can cause beautiful color of radiation, yellow color in this case. Therefore, when sodium chloride is heated with sodium vapor, the crystals will get beautiful yellow shine and yellow color. Similarly, if I heat potassium chloride with potassium vapor, I get a violet color. Similarly, if I heat rubidium chloride with rubidium vapor, I will be getting blue-violet color. This type of process triggers the formation of anion vacancies. In the place of anion, 3 electron will go, that causes color. A center that causes color. F means Faber. Faber means color in German language. The centers which cause such color are called Faber centers, F centers. Are we very keen on this side? Hello? Hello? So in this defect, there is excess of Na plus and there is a shortage of Cl minus. It is called a metal excess defect. Metal excess defects can often cause color to otherwise colorless crystals. What is F means? Farbengenter. That is a German word. Farbengenter means color. If I am adding lithium metal vapor to lithium chloride, the salt will get pink color. Potassium vapor added to KCl, salt get characteristic lilac color. Interestingly, let us take another case. You take zinc oxide and start heating it. Normally, there are, say, 100 zinc ions, 100 oxide ions. When you are heating zinc oxide, oxygens cannot sit in the lattice. Urgently, they go out as O2 gas, leaving electrons in their positions. This is a reversible loss of oxygen. I repeat, I want to draw a diagram here. Because in the book, there is no diagram. Here, I will draw a diagram. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you to kindly observe, sir. Zn plus 2, Zn plus 2, Zn plus 2, Zn plus 2. Oxide ion, oxide ion, oxide ion. Another oxide. This is Zn plus 2, Zn plus 2. 4 Zn plus 2, 4 oxides. Happy. When the zinc oxide is heated, this oxygen will get out this position. This oxide will go out. When two oxides are going out, it will become O2 gas. No doubt oxide will go as O2 gas, but it will leave behind the electrons. These free electrons can get excited and de-excited. They cause characteristic yellow color. I am saying it is a reversible loss of oxygen. If you are cooling zinc oxide, again the oxygen will come back. Again it gets ordinary white color. So the zinc oxide, when heated, suffers from a kind of metal excess defect. What is it called, sir? Metal excess defect. Why it is metal excess defect? Because the oxide ions are going out as oxygen. Therefore, temporarily there will be more zinc ions than oxygens. Even when you are heating NaCl with Na vapor, when you are heating KCl with K vapor, in all these cases, there is excess of metal. They are called metal excess defects. Are you clear? Hello? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
So, what is metal excess defect? As per the formula, there will be some metal ions, there will be some non-metal ions. But when I am heating NaCl with Na vapor, KCl with K vapor, LaCl with Li vapor, there will be excess of metal. So, it is metal excess defect. When I am heating zinc oxide, some of the oxide will get out as O2 gas. Again, there is a metal excess. When I am looking at Fe.92 wustite, there is metal deficiency defect. So all these defects are caused naturally or when you heat a particular ionic crystal. Notice when when cesium chloride is heated, normally in cesium chloride coordination number is 8. When you heat, some of the crystal parameters will change and the coordination number will become less on heating. On applying pressure, coordination number becomes more. When cesium chloride is heated, coordination number changes to 6. All these things cause defects. Are you very clear about what are we talking about defects, sir? A deviation from orderly arrangement is called defects. There are so many types of defects in crystals. I notice they can be point defects, they can be vacancy defects, or there can be excess defects. Are we very clear about it, sir? Hello? So today we talked about defects. Tomorrow we take up model questions for upcoming exam, and also we take up a little bit about conduction of electricity in metals. Notice you will be completing this chapter by next Wednesday. Now today homework is use NCERT, read the defects. Also open your Narayana material. The material which is here like this I have sent. Read about defects. You have to read about stoichiometric defects. You should read about conditions for the stoichiometric defects. Frenkel defect conditions. F centers. Metal excess defects. Mustard metal deficiency. Try to read them. Tomorrow we start the review questions for weekend exam and also electrical practice. Feel free to post your notes. Thank you very much. Should we close this session, sir? Hello? Should I close this session? Anybody having doubts?
Yes, sir. No doubt.
Thank you very much.